What's your views on the sort of talent coming through, the talent that's in the industry today?
When I get feedback, especially say from the agency community, you've got, established teams who've been around for many, many years and have got structure. I think, the issue is where there are, brands that perhaps got one or two people that perhaps I tell the story of a person who was working for a FMCG company, were buying beans, and then they, got promoted into marketing, but used their bean buying process
Bean
to
mentality.
Bean mentality. And the agencies were in uproar about it. But when I say to agencies, and I recount that story in a bit more detail, I say, well, whose responsibility was it to train that person? Was it the individual? Was it the organisation? And it is hard. It is really hard because there is a pressure on training budgets.
And is there training for marketing procurement? Yes, there's a lot of procurement training. There's a lot of negotiation training. But I would say, marketing procurement's different. You're buying people, not things. So is that training in place today?
No, there isn't. So they have to learn from each other. One of the other things I was thinking about was mentoring. But again, there's no structured program to look at that. And I don't understand why, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, the worst thing for us is when we start with a brand, we're always surprised how they move people around so much. And I get it, people have got to learn, different subject matter, different categories. But we do, more often than not, we do come up, against people saying, I was buying IT equipment last week. I'm now moved into the marketing category. And that doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't sort of, how are you going to go in and negotiate with an agency? One, if you've never seen an agency. But two, if you were doing something completely different, if you were buying materials before, and you move into something that's quite subjective, like creativity. But I do think that's quite hard, and brands should sort of look at that a bit more. Perhaps have an internal training, the CMO or the marketing department. But I've never really seen that internal training from marketing to procurement. I don't know if you have.
Yeah, I really, really see it. And I think that's a really good idea about doing that almost procurement and marketing. Having some reverse mentoring. And it's interesting, isn't it? Because, whilst you said about training, there is a cost to that. But something like mentoring, where you've got internal mentoring, it's free.
That should be going on in a brand anyway, let's be honest.
Yeah. But how can people learn? You learn by connecting with other people, you learn from experience. And I just think from a marketing procurement point of view, even having that with agencies, having that mentoring, because, I have mentors from people in agencies, such great insight. And I say to agencies, encourage your marketing procurement people to come in. So you're right, you could do that within the marketing community and you could do it within the agency community.
Like we've just said, knowledge is everything. But if you've got internal knowledge, share it. That makes perfect sense.
Mentoring and training, it's got to be invested in. And I think, and supported by people like yourself, because you have to learn, it is a complex category. It is fast moving, but, learning those relationships, so stakeholder engagement, that knowledge, what's going in and what the future is as well. This is all about investing time now to make sure the profession stands up, leads, believe in ourselves. But you've got to take some of the pain and you've got to invest the time, you've got to invest the budget to be able to make us all elevate and be better marketing procurement buyers.
It's time for marketing procurement to step out of the shadows and take ownership of a role that has the potential to deliver so much more. This is your moment to rise, to lead, to reframe what's possible. You are the future of marketing procurement.